Here on GoPSUSports.com with Amari Carter. Amari, an exciting season coming up, but I'm curious right now, what's the focus in preseason?
We just want to focus on getting our offense going, learning the plays, learning how to play with each other because we have a young team. We haven't been together as a unit on a court in a game yet, so just getting comfortable, knowing each other, knowing what we like to do, and just playing.
Where does that chemistry start? Does it start on the court? Does it start off the court? And how do you build it and cultivate it?
I always think that's a tough question to ask, like whether you're on the court, chemistry affects the off, or I think it's a combination of both though. You have to learn how to with each other, like you have to like somebody to be on the court with them. You're around them 20 hours out of the day probably, but just learning each other, learning what we like to do, how we like to play, how we interact with people, how we interact with teammates, even your friends, your relationships. So cultivating those relationships and learning both sides of it.
You know, you mentioned a young team, but I'm curious, how do some of these freshmen, how do they make that transition? How are they handling it right now? And what do you see as some of their strengths?
I'm really proud of our freshmen and how they come in and just trying to learn as much as they can and learn on and off the court, asking questions, not being afraid to be confused, just trying to get everything a good understanding of how they can help the team. So I'm really proud of that in that aspect. And they look really good though. Like they want to come in and help us as soon as possible, and we're going to need them. So I really appreciate like them wanting to come in and help.
You know, when you think about your leadership style, a couple minutes ago, Coach Washington kind of mentioning that you have a calm, cool, collected demeanor. How do you use kind of that calm sense to dictate your leadership style as a team captain this year?
I think a lot of people, when they think of leaders, they think of the people who like rally each other up and are really rah-rah and loud, and that's not the way I do things. I'm really laid back. I'm going to come to you more one-on-one. I'm more direct in what I need from you and what you can ask of me. And I think that really helps with people who don't really respond to yelling or just being energetic people. So something you can come to that's more reserved, more laid back, more level-headed most of the time is probably refreshing to some people.
And for you, coming off a season where you made significant contributions last year, what part of your game did you spend this offseason and preseason really working on?
Last year was a little up and down for me personally, I feel, and I think that being more consistent in my scoring, so definitely working on my shot and finishing it around the basket, so being more efficient in the shots I take, so I don't want to take 30 shots and may have 30 points but make 10 shots. So just being more efficient, more consistent in my play and taking care of the ball definitely, as always.
You know, one of those high moments, obviously, the big finish in the win against Michigan at the end of the season. But I'm curious, though, the environment. It was the pink zone game, a packed, arena here, everybody dressed out in pink. What type of, impact does that game have, and how important is it for you all to kind of develop yourselves as members of the community and not necessarily just in the classroom and on the court?
I think the pink zone game I know. The pink zone game is definitely my favorite game of the year. All the energy that comes around it, the environment here is amazing. It's loud, everyone's in pink, everyone's happy, it's cheering, and we get to talk to like some survivors. They come on the court and do the halftime show and all that, and it's just an amazing experience. I'm just happy we can be a part of it. Come bring everyone together for this one cause and raise money for a great cause, so it's an amazing experience.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We're looking forward to seeing you out there this season.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.